Welcome back to our last episode in the energy and motivation area with depression. Remember, these videos are hopefully going to help you decrease your depression and decrease any behaviors that we have that we don't want that are associated with depression, maybe some reactions that we end up doing because we are depressed, and maybe we're not understanding really these behavioral reactions that we have and why. So hopefully these videos help with that, and hopefully they help increase healthy behaviors, right? The ones that we want to have in our life, the ones that will lead us to our long-term and our short-term goals, and really lead us to the best version of ourselves, because that's what we're going for in the end. We want to be what we see in our mind's eye, the healthy version of us every day, hopefully of every week, of every month, of every year. And so for this one, we're going to do gentle planning and celebrating some small wins. So if you made it this far, take a deep breath. You've done something incredibly kind for yourself, something many people never slow down to do. You've learned how to listen to your energy with compassion. And in this last episode, we're going to bring it all together with two powerful practices. First, gentle planning and celebrating small wins. And this isn't about perfect scheduling or hitting productivity goals. It's about creating space in your day that supports your healing and learning how to see and honor your effort, no matter how small it may feel. So let's wrap up this series with softness, structure, and some self-respect. So how do we do this, right? How do we get started in this area? Well, what is gentle planning? Always, awareness is the first step in understanding what we need to do and where we need to go in life. So let's start by redefining planning. Traditional productivity says plan your day, stick to it, check everything off. But when you're healing from depression, that model can oftentimes feel very suffocating for us, or just really completely unrealistic. And so gentle planning is somewhat of a different approach. It asks, what is my capacity today? What's one or two things I could do that would feel supportive, not punishing? And what can I let go of if I need to? And so instead of a full to-do list, try this: writing one main task, listing one micro task as a backup, and leaving intentionally blank space in your day for either rest, reset, or some shifting moods you may have. So here's an example of that. So our main task would be reply to work email. Our backup would be write one sentence journal entry. And our mood note is, if I feel overwhelmed, I'll step away for 5 minutes. You're not planning for performance, you really are planning for your care. By planning for our care, we're able to get stuff done, even if it's small stuff, and move forward for the rest of the day or the next day. So what's another area in this gentle planning and celebrating small wins? Well, we can build a wins list for us and discuss why the small stuff does matter. So when you live with depression, you're doing more than you actually think you are. But it's easy to overlook your effort when the world only celebrates our visible outcomes. So let's change that. Start a wins list, a place where you write down everything you did do, even if it feels tiny. Some examples are this: I got out of bed, right? I changed into clean clothes. I said no to something that would drain me. I made a meal or a snack, and I noticed I needed a break, and I actually took that break. So these are not just check marks, these are acts of self-respect, and they're signals of healing to ourselves. Really, it just tells us that we do matter, even if it's in the smallest of ways, on a day that we need to go light. And so you can practice this, and each day by writing 2 or 3 things you follow through on, regardless of how small that they may seem. You're training your brain to notice effort, not just achievement. And so where else can we go with this gentle planning and celebrating small wins? Well, we can adjust our plan with compassion. And hopefully we do a lot of things in life with self-compassion, because we really do give that to other people. So we need to remember to give it to ourselves as well. So even with the gentlest plan, some days will surprise you, and that is going to be okay. So here's how to adjust our day instead of just abandoning everything because maybe we're just feeling like small things aren't even mattering, right? So 1, you didn't do the main task. That's okay. Go to your micro task or pause and reset. No shame in that. 2, energy drop midday. Take it as a cue, not a failure. You're responding and you're not quitting. 3, are you overplanned? Celebrate what got done. Then revise your next day with some more space. Or if you feel like you're going to have more energy the next day, add some of this stuff to that day as well if you would like to. This mindset turns your day into a living, breathing rhythm, not a rigid list. So try this mantra. My worth isn't measured by what I crossed off, it's measured by how I showed up for myself. You're allowed to pivot, you're allowed to reset, and you're allowed to be proud of every effort, especially the invisible ones. And we really don't need to ask for permission to pivot. We don't need to ask for permission to reset our day. We don't even have to explain to people why we did this. We are who we are, we understand where we are, and we know where we're going to be. And so whether that takes you get there pretty quickly, or whether you have to pace these things, that's okay. You just have to understand what's going on in your life and what you're capable of, and then give yourself compassion for being capable of that stuff. When I was doing college, I was working full-time and had a young family, and I tried to go full-time, but that never seemed to work out for me. So I adjusted my expectations when it came to the time frame of getting a degree, and tried to show myself compassion all the time, knowing that I do work and I do try to be present as a wife and as a mother. And this had helped me when the journey took longer than it did for other people. So again, it's always resetting, pivoting if we need to, and showing up with compassion for ourselves. So let's recap. Gentle planning is a form of kindness, not control. Small wins matter because they build trust and confidence. Your daily plan can flex with your emotions and your capacity. And healing is not a straight line. It's a rhythm you learn to dance with. So you've made it through all 8 of these episodes of this series. You've reflected, tracked, observed, honored, and adapted. And that is really incredible. Even if you're at the start, the middle, or the end of this, it doesn't matter. Wherever you are, you have made it this far. So if you found that even one tool helps you in this series, hopefully helps you meet yourself with less shame and more compassion, then you've already actually progressed, maybe more than you even realized. So now the comment section. Where are you in all of this with energy and motivation, with gentle planning and celebrating small wins? Are you where you want to be? Are you just starting? Are you in the middle? Is this difficult? Drop a comment below. Would love to get the conversation started. And if you still are unsure of what to comment on, here's a couple questions for you. What's one small win you're proud of this week, even if it's brushing your teeth or getting some sunlight? Remember this, you are not lazy, you are not behind, you are healing. One moment, one breath, and one act of care at a time. Remember, your effort is enough and you are enough. And so here's another section that I like. This is where I talk about my journals that I created. Apparently my anxiety picture is missing for my journal, or not the one, the self-love and discovery one is missing. And but that's okay. Let's talk about them. So these journals are created with people in mind who just need a space to figure out who they are and what they need in life, and how to really treat ourselves with compassion, and how can we move forward with maybe just a little bit of extra help. And they're made with these videos in mind as well. So in a world that moves too fast, what if you could create space to come home from yourself, to yourself, and of course help your children do the same? Start with the self-love, self-discovery, and self-discipline journey. It is your guided path to clarity, purpose, and showing up for a life that you truly do want. And of course, when anxiety rises, meet yourself with compassion. The Anchored in Kindness journal helps you calm your nervous system, understand your patterns, and find peace one breath, one page at a time. And of course, for those little hearts that you love the most, meet Luna and Bravion the lion, a magical story that helps children find their courage, listen to their hearts, and trust their own glowing spark. A story of bravery, self-trust, and emotional wisdom. Of course, with worksheets at the end of them for your own little ones. Perhaps they'll need your help when it comes to this, but this is for them to discover their own bravery, their own courage, and their own spark. So if this video has helped at all, please like, comment, or share it with somebody who may need it.